Look, man. So here's the thing.
Yo, what's going on, my guy?
What's the word, brother?
Ain't not much. Hey, guys out there, welcome to So Here's the Thing podcast episode. What is it?
114.
114. Can you believe we made it to 114, brother?
I feel like we should have been along a lot further by now, actually. These teens taking their time.
Hey, brother,
We've been in these teens for mad long, but life do be life, and
life be the reason for it all. But before we get started out here, man, mental health check. How you doing?
I'm tired right now. Got a long night yesterday, but other than that, we Gucci.
Same. I'm tired. But I made it to work, so that's good. Been a while since I did that.
I'm not above water yet, but I'm finally like, somebody just sent a life raft and I could see it. Still under the water, but I could see the life raft.
I'd be drowning. So I'm glad you're doing better.
Yeah.
But I don't today's episode is gonna be interesting because I don't even know where I want to go. I got a lot of things that's just been on my mind, mostly about women.
Usually,
and it's you know, we ain't really those podcasts that talk too heavy about women like that. But I just been having some questions that I've been wondering about. I guess we could start off with this. It's not really a question. I saw a meme. Might have been a meme. Might have been a Twitter post. I'm not sure. But I saw somebody say something, and I felt it. You know how sometimes you read something or you hear something and you feel it so deep down that you gotta go, should I be feeling this way about this?
Right.
So homie was just like, hold on. I gotta be tall, educated, successful, make 6 figures just to date a broke woman? How does that make sense? And he said it, and it was funny, and that was fine. But then I started thinking about it for real now. Like, a lot of women want the successful guy, even women with not much to offer. So do you believe that people, I don't want to make it just about women, but people should be more dating in their life bracket? I don't want to say financial, just life bracket.
I mean, I think it's an exposure thing. First off, I'm short, so whenever I hear women talk about tall and all that shit, they lose me. Losing the plot at that point, because I was already out of it. Mm-hmm. But I agree with the life bracket thing, because it all goes with like what I was getting to with the exposure part. Like, if I'm exposed to a particular type of female, I feel like she in my realm. Like, I can get it. If accessibility thing. Does that go mirror with the life bracket situation?
Yeah, I guess. This is more for me. When I say life bracket, I mean like, you shouldn't expect more than you have.
Right.
From the person you're trying to pursue or be with.
That's what I'm saying. So my accessibility is where that would come in, because it's like, you can't really expect much from me if you know like what I'm going through or where we at in together. Like, I'm not going to be around billionaires, because then that implies I got billions. Mm-hmm. Right?
Or your little baby for some reason.
Or that. But he got money enough to play it. Mm-hmm. I ain't got that
at all.
So I'm gonna be around the people that I can relate to, right, more or less. So I feel like if you around as one of the females, I should be able to swing. No,
I agree. For me, it's just more of a
speaking to the mic a little more.
For me, it's just more of a, I'm trying to figure out whether I need, like, whether people, like, all right, you see how there's a lot of demand. I don't want to speak for all women, but there are a lot of women who would, their demand is, I want to feel secure.
Right.
I want to have a man who's going to be able to make a certain amount of money to make sure I'm taken care of, which is fair. But for that man, essentially, he's taking on a bill. So wouldn't it make sense for people to date people of equal standing?
Yeah, I mean,
And I know it doesn't normally work that way, but
I don't think people see it as a bill either. I don't think people see it that black and white. Like, yeah, this is a bill, and that bill has multiple bills. But a lot of people don't even know like their monthly number to be able to talk to that bill. They just live in possibilities. I'm not possibilities, but responsibilities come up, and they just trying to take care of them as they come.
right.
But a lot of people ain't like structured enough to say, "Yo, this is the target point, monthly or bi-weekly or whatever the breakdown may be, for you to include another bill." Like a lot of people don't know how to do that, or women don't even, not women, but people don't even know how to ask for that. Like, yo, I need help. Like, help. But what do you need help with? You don't know. More than the times, they just be like, I need help with all of these. But, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm very confused.
All right,
and
so,
I feel
like-
like at some point we went different ways in this conversation, and I've been trying to catch it.
All right, so it's like, the best way I can explain it is like, I'll say, I need help. Or like, you get a girl that, like, yo, I need help with this, or whatever, right? Most women just come with some generalized number, but if you're in a real relationship and you want to take on that responsibility on a more consistent level, you need to know more concrete numbers, right?
Okay.
So it's like, yo, I need help with the light bill, water bill. They'll just say bills. All right, but how much do you need help with? I don't know. I gotta add them up and see. A lot of people don't do that work, because the man that wants to I gotta stop saying men, but like the person that wants to walk into that and take on that responsibility don't really know what you really need help with, or how to optimize the resources that they come in with. That's why I'm getting at.
I have a question, because you keep saying help, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Because in my mind, and maybe I'm out of the box here, but if I'm in a relationship where I'm the primary breadwinner and I'm taking care of whatever my responsibilities are, how is that help? Isn't that just my responsibility?
If you coming into it as the primary breadwinner, but you're taking on that person, aren't you helping them?
But it's not viewed like that out there. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, it is perfectly acceptable. And again, this ain't like a shot at women, but it's perfectly acceptable for a woman who has nothing, or who doesn't make money, or doesn't whatever, to be with a man who is successful and can take care of her. And that's just the norm of the world. So I'm like, is it technically providing help? I guess, but that in society, that's just a man doing what a man do, is being a provider and protector. That's why I'm confused by the word help, to be honest.
I don't know. I'm seeing it like that. If I'm breadwinner or not, I feel like if I take on any of your responsibilities, I'm helping you. And vice versa. If you take on anything, you take anything off my plate, you helping me.
No, I agree with it being help. I just don't think the world views it that way. Like, I feel like,
I can't hear you.
no, I said I agree with it being help. I just don't know if the world views it that way.
I don't know. To me, that's how it come off. Like, any conversations I've had where I'm assuming the responsibility of another person, whether it be a female or family or whatever, I interpret that as help.
But also, let me speak for me. I don't want to speak for you. I've never been in a situation where I was solely reliable on the financials of my household, including another person, if that makes sense. Like, I've never been in a situation where me and a woman lived together, she made no money, and I paid all the bills. Like, it was always like, she worked, she may not make as much as me, and then we would handle it like, you know, whatever you can do, you do, and then I'll take care of the rest. But I've never been in a situation where I was the only, not even, I don't want to say primary, I was the only breadwinner in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know in those scenarios if that's viewed as help, or you just doing your job, or doing what you're taking care of your responsibility because you chose to be with this person who makes no income.
I've never been with a person that made no income either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think I can be with somebody that make no income.
But that was leading to my next point. I think and again,
first off, how you making no income?
Plenty of people do it.
Like no income or little income?
No, there's plenty of people who don't make no income. There's plenty of people who are stay-at-home wives or stay-at-home husbands, and their other partner is the one who makes all the money.
Would you be cool with a stay-at-home wife?
No.
I think I'd be cool with it. Just because I've seen it.
I don't think I can.
Not in my current state, obviously.
No, even
you
if
stay home, we ain't gonna have a home for too long if you keep staying home.
I don't think I'm in a. For me, it's not financial. Like the reason of not wanting a stay-at-home wife isn't financial for me, and you know, people could say I'm what's the word, caping or whatever. I'm of a firm belief that there, and this isn't all, but a lot of times there are particular types of dudes who like I make all the bread, and now I can, to whatever degree, control this person to whatever I want, because you technically you can't do nothing without my
financial control. You control this person financially.
Yeah, I've seen
financial
situations.
abuse.
Well, I wouldn't even say abuse, but I'm just saying I've seen situations where a woman could be unhappy, right, or whatever in her relationship with a man, and because she doesn't work, she never worked, she don't have no experience, like she can't just, like, let's say you and your girl, right, as an example, y'all get into something, y'all decide, if y'all live together and y'all decide to break up, your girl works, she makes relatively the same amount of money as you. If worse came to worse, if she decides, hey, I'm gonna up and move, like this no longer serves me, she can do that. Whereas in those situations where you're the only breadwinner, if the other person is unhappy or has an issue or decides this no longer serves them, they don't really have that option. And sometimes that makes people stay in relationships longer than they need or want to be. Because they don't have that option of, I'm gonna get up and go. So I would never want to be in a situation with somebody who makes no money. I wouldn't want to stay at home wife. Like, at least make something. Like, even if I'm the person paying all the bills, I want you to make bread, because I don't want you to feel like you have to stay here.
Okay, I get it. So it's not like you're saying like you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who don't work because you got a problem with fostering that load financially. It's more like an independence thing for them. They want to feel like they contributed.
Yeah, I just want you to feel like you
want to be here.
My thing is, I'm very big on force. Like, I like who like me. I'm not forcing nothing.
Right.
So I never want to put anybody I deal with in a situation where they feel like they have to be with me, because I feel like that would suck. Because I feel like you would be able to feel that.
Right.
And then I feel like that would, like, no, if you don't want to be with me, or a few years go by, we realize this ain't working, I don't want you to feel like, damn, I gotta stay with this nigga because I don't have nowhere to go.
It's a Tyler Perry movie that I'm thinking about, and I want to say it's a diary. Is it a diary of a mad black woman, where the guy was mad rich and the wife ain't had nothing, and then he like left her for that side joint or whatever, and then she had to like damn near like get it back.
Oh, with Wood Harris, brother?
Yeah. Ed Harris.
I don't know his name. I just recently found out they were brothers.
Right. But that one, right? Because she ain't had no bread, and she had to go live with Medea and shit, and she ain't had no real way to figure out life. So she was basically, like, to your point,
Stuck.
truly dependent on him financially.
Yeah, and I would never want somebody to be that, because I want to, as suckery as it may sound, like, I would want somebody to genuinely want to stay with me because they want to stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to be your choice, not your only option.
Right. I get that. I think personally I could stay with in a I could be in a house with a person that doesn't work. If I'm bringing in all the money, I feel like I could live with that, as long as you're not, like, I feel like the weight gotta be carried equally. I'll feel more in, like, obviously this is what you signed up for. Obviously, to your point, there's no forcing here. Like, I won't feel like I'm forcing anything specifically, but I'll feel more like, yo, make sure, like, the load is carried on an equal standpoint, to where I don't feel like I'm carrying the financial burden and the relationship burden. I would hate to do that. Let me just focus on financial, and then that'll be it.
Yeah, I could understand that. I could definitely understand that. Well, since we're talking about, like, finances and money and stuff, I came across a question, and I wanna get your point of view on it. Where is the line between tricking and just doing stuff and spoiling the person you messing with?
Doing something for the spoiling of it,
No, doing something and spoiling the person you mess with.
and tricking.
Yeah, where is the line? Now, when I specifically said person you mess with, because I don't want to say your girlfriend or your wife. We're not talking about them. I'm talking about a girl that you kick it with. Y'all have fun. Y'all chill. Y'all date. Y'all have a good time. And you decide, like, oh, I want to buy her something. I want to take her somewhere. I want to do whatever. What's the line but for that? And then it becomes like you just tricking on girls.
To be honest, tricking is just like, I interpret tricking as that's your method of courtship. If you messing with somebody, I'm just my not shorty, but it's somebody I'm messing with, and I'm doing whatever I feel like I can do in my means. But tricking is more like you doing all of this to court them, or you going above your means to court this person or to impress this person, more or less, right? Like, I don't see tricking and messing with, like, there's a very thin line in that regard to me. Like, I feel like there's a trick where you just trying to get shorty, you trying to impress shorty, and then there's me doing what I gotta do or what I feel necessary to provide and do what I want for shorty, girlfriend or no girlfriend.
I think I disagree with you. I think tricking for some guys is the act of doing things that they feel they need to do. Cause let's say you get with a girl, y'all kicking it, y'all vibing. You realize she got a certain lifestyle, or she likes a certain lifestyle, right? Y'all not together, y'all kicking and y'all vibing, and then you now realize, I need to maintain that just to keep her around. I feel like that's tricking. Like, I'm gonna now take you on trips, buy bags, do all this to kind of like give shorty a reason to stay. This goes back to the thing we talked about earlier, where it's like, I want somebody to be around me because they want to be around me, not just because I know if I'm kicking it with him, he gonna pay for this, or he gonna take me here, or he gonna buy me that. So I agree with you on the point where there's a thin line, but I don't know where the line is. Like, I put like this, for me the line comes in where because I've definitely been there. I've had shorties where we wasn't together, but we moved, we went on trips, we hung out, we went on dates, like I paid for things, I bought her gifts. I've been in that situation, but I also, in that same scenario, there were moments where I wasn't doing those things and shorty still stayed. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. I feel like the thing that confuses me is, like, that's my definition as well. Like, you're just trying to impress this girl. You're just trying to impress this girl to stay, or impress her to maintain a lifestyle that you think she lives, or whatever the case is. Whereas, how do you feel more or less with this is now not even necessarily your girl, but this is shorty that you messing with, and you're still doing them things. You're still going on the trips. You're still doing all of this stuff, and you're not trying to impress her to stay anymore. You fucking with her. So this is the life you living now. What's the difference there?
Because I wouldn't. Well, for me personally, I wouldn't do it. I would never do nothing to impress a girl. Like, as far as like continuous, of course. Like, when you go on your first couple of dates, like, everything is your representative is there,
right?
So that's all impressions. But I'm talking about. I'm never gonna be one of those guys that, you know how some dudes, like, whenever they dealing with something, going through something, money fucked up right now, whatever, they would never say a word. Like, those women will never know that thing. Like, they only particularly come around those women when they got it.
Yeah.
Or when they can, just to maintain that facade of that.
Right.
I ain't that. Like, I could be, I had a great couple of months. We out, we vibing, we kicking it, we doing whatever. But if I'm down, look, it's tight right now. I don't know. We might have to postpone some things. And if in that moment, the minute I can't do it, you would leave, that's fine, but that's fair. Live your life. There are dudes out there in that moment where shorty they'll tell her that, or they'll say that, or they'll make that clear, and shorty would leave, say, yo, all right, well, I'm dubbing you right now, I'm not fucking with you. And then as soon as they get back up, they go back to doing it, like going back to that shorty when they got the bread. Because at this point, she made it clear she only doing this when you up. That's tricking, in my opinion. Because shorty made it clear, like, she only messing with you for the bag.
Okay.
Like, for me, I don't mind doing it. Again, we don't gotta be in a relationship, but I also need the clarification to know, like, whether I'm up or down, you fuck with me regardless. I don't view that as tricking. I feel like, because if I want to do it, I'm gonna just do it. But doing it knowing that this girl will not mess with you the moment you ain't got it, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's tricking for sure. I agree there. Like, knowing that this girl won't mess with you, and if you any different on a different day, this girl won't mess with you, that's tricking. But if you got it, you got it. That's your way to get her to mess with you, and if you could reel her in, cool. But I feel like that's tricking. Doing something continuously because you got it, I don't feel like that's impressing anyone. At that point, that's just the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So that's my difference there. Like, tricking to me is when you impressing. You're trying to impress. Doing all of the same exact things that would have been done to impress, if you could continuously do that, then that's different. That's where the difference for me lies.
Mm-hmm.
You could do the same exact things to two totally different circumstances.
I agree. I want to put you in a scenario now.
All right.
So we're gonna talk about, like, the scenario is you in a relationship with a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
You in a relationship with this woman, and she has a child from a prior relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You find out that she knew that the person who has been taking care of and, like, being there as her child's father, like, you find out that she knew that that's not her child's father. Like, she knew the whole time. She let homie claim the kid. She let homie take care of the kid. And you somehow come across that information. I don't know. Let's say you read a text or you heard a voice. Something just was like, yo, damn, that's not her dad or his dad, and you knew. Would you still stay with her?
Nah, that's treacherous behavior. I'm out of here. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wait, why? Why should no? I'm out. My mind's saying like I'm gonna need some space, but I want to know like why you ain't tell him.
Oh, you would have before you leave. You would have questions.
Yeah, I got. I'm naturally just because I'm gonna bring this to your attention. Hey, verify this. She gonna verify, and I'm like, yo. So why you got this? Does the dude that she has taken care of the kid know?
No.
So he think he the father.
Yeah, he thinks he's the father. She let him think he's the father, but he's not the father. She's aware he's not.
Holy shit. She trifling, bro. Nah, to answer your question, I'm out. Cause you ain't about to catch me in no crazy shit. So I'm gonna leave before shit get too deep with us. But before I leave, I got questions like, what made you do this?
Is there any question or not question? Is there any answer she can give you to make you feel like, all right, I understand why you did it and not leave?
Yeah, abusive. Abusive.
Like the real father was abusive?
Yeah. Like abusive. Some type of ancestral situation.
I think I'm foul because I don't think I care.
Nah, I care.
Not that I don't care what happened to her. I don't think I care. Like, I don't think you can tell me anything that would justify you making this other man believe that's his kid for however long and not tell him. It's a difference if
wait, repeat it. I just want to make sure I heard. Say it again.
Say what again?
You don't care what?
I don't care. Like, I don't think there's anything she could tell me that would make me feel like you are okay or justified in making this other dude believe that's his kid for all this time.
Right, that's why I'm leaving.
No, but that's why you just said yes. There's things that she could say that would make you not leave.
Oh, well, I was leaving regardless. You saying anything that
I
could
asked
justify?
specifically is there anything she could say that will make her feel justified and make you not leave? That's what I asked.
All right, well, the not leave part, I'm leaving regardless. But I said that before you asked that question. I'm leaving regardless. I was answering the justification part. If you it's abusive, like I said, ancestral, whatever, those are things like I can see why I've seen people not tell whatever. Like I've seen that. I'm leaving regardless.
Yeah,
because I'm leaving selfishly though. I don't want you to ever put me in a situation like that.
Yeah, see, I'm on that boat of, and this is where we defer. The reason why I don't got questions is because I know nothing you tell me is gonna make that okay for me. Yeah,
I'm just taking the questions for gossipy reasons. Like I want that sound like a funny thing to tell somebody else.
Hey, do what you gotta do.
Nah, I'm leaving because I'm again selfishly, but like there's many justifiable things. Anything you say from your POV seems justified to you. I just want to know what that is for you.
Oh yeah, for me, I don't care. Like that's what I meant by I don't care. Like nothing you tell me. Like again, even when it come to, cause I would feel empathy for you, for your situation, for what you went through, but I as a father and as somebody who has issues with his child's mother from time to time, bro, I would not be, nothing you tell me is gonna make me feel like that was worth what you about to put this man through. Well, not even about, because that leads me to my next question. Because would you tell boy or would you just mind your business and leave?
I'm telling that nigga on the way out.
All right, so boom, that's perfect. So now he's gonna know. That's what I'm saying. Nothing you can tell me that happened to you is gonna justify. Because again, this man he's not the one who did it to you.
Right. No, I get that.
So now you're about to put him through a lot, and like a lot of people, I have friends who went through this. I personally haven't went through it. And I see the heartbreak of finding out this kid you connected with, raised, brought up to be your own ain't yours. I can't imagine that type of heartbreak,
Do
bro.
I have access to tellers? Cause now I'm thinking about it. Like, what? I'll just leave. I'm like, part of me right now, my knee jerk reaction is to say I'm out, and I'm gonna tell boy, cause that's the emotional side. But realistically thinking, bro, if I gotta go find this dude,
Well, in the scenario
I
I
gotta
painted,
prove it.
he's an active father in the kid life, so I assume
he around.
he around. Now, all right, let's change a part of the scenario. Let's change it to where for the whole time you knew that was the kid father, but homie never came around. She was always fighting him to get any little thing for the kid. Like, he pretty much didn't do nothing anyway. So the same scenario, you find out that she knew that wasn't his kid anyway. Would you still tell him, or would you still be as mad?
Now I'm even more mad at Shorty. See, in that scenario, there's no justification, because you know that's not even her dad. Why you putting this nigga through the ringer?
Well, I didn't say she put him through the ringer. I just said he's being an asshole. Like,
because he knew he wasn't the kid that.
we don't. In my scenario, he didn't know that.
In my mind, he gotta have a reason why he was just being an asshole.
So dudes don't just be assholes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know, bro. I'll probably still tell him, like I said, same response. I'm like, my knee jerk reaction is just like, nah, I gotta tell you or whatever. But probably, like, if I gotta do any more work than I need to get away from this situation, probably not, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. For me, it solely depends on my relationship with that dude. Like, if he has come around, I'm not gonna say we hung out, but we have a cordial relationship. We speak when he come around. It's always respectful. It's always like above board. I might say something.
Would you be cool with knowing a family member is like, let's use the daughter thing. Would you be cool if your sister put her baby onto somebody else in the family and act like that's not her baby?
I think I need to understand the question more.
All right. Would you be cool if your sister got pregnant and let you raise that baby as if you and your wife was the parents of that kid?
And when you say by let, like, she gave us the baby? Like, we all in on this. Like, me, my sister, and my wife.
Yeah, we all in on this, and you raise that kid knowing that ain't your kid, but she look at y'all as the parents and look at your sister as the aunt. Would you be cool on some shit like that?
Yeah, that happens in black families all the time.
I don't. I won't be cool with that.
I'd be perfectly fine with it. Like, it depends on... Not be perfect. I don't want to say it so cavalierly. It depends on the scenario. Because, see, in that scenario, that's different. Like, let's bring up the reasons you said. Something incestual or abuse. Like, the person she was with was abusing her, or, sexual assault or something like that. And she's like, I don't want to get rid of the kid, but I can't raise this kid. I'm not mentally, physically, or financially in a space where I could actually give this kid a life they deserve. And if I'm in a position to, and like, this is something me and my wife want to do, yeah.
So why can't you just support that kid and your sister?
I can.
And as opposed to raising this kid under the guides that you're their parents.
I can.
Why can't you just raise, help, whatever the help may need to be, but raise that kid with the biological mother being the biological mother, and you be the biological uncle and aunt-in-law, whatever.
So pretty much the child come live with me as the uncle?
Yeah.
I can do that. I can do either or. It really depends.
I'm saying, but
on
like, why go out the way to then create more traumatic things down the line in the lineage of your family?
How do we know that that's gonna happen?
Somehow they find out. No, they don't always find out.
No. There's mad
Fair.
people who didn't realize they auntie or they or they whatever. Like
they usually find out like a funeral or something.
Like grandma, I know plenty of people who didn't find out well until they are in their 50s that grandma wasn't really they mom, the sister was their mom or something like that. Like that, I don't know, but I think it depends on what they want. Cause like I'm not saying that me raising the child as my own is my first response or my first action. It depends. It depends on, like you said in the scenario, my sister, what she want, and also like you said, I'm married, what my wife want. What if I'm in a situation where my wife is like, yo, I can't have kids, I want a chance to be a mother and raise a kid. If it works out that this is something they both want, why wouldn't I agree with that if I was gonna take on the responsibility of taking care of the kid anyway?
So there's no way where your wife who can't have kids could raise this kid as her own and still be the aunt?
She can. All things are possible. What I'm saying is, if they tell me that's what they want to do, I don't have a reason for or against this. You seem to have a reason against this. I don't have a reason for or against.
I don't have a reason. I just don't understand. Like, cause I never been in it, so I don't understand. If you gonna put them same resources into this, voila, you gonna put the same exact resources to raise this child as your own in whatever sense of the word, because your sister can't do it for whatever reason.
Is it a lie?
Sister can't do it. Yes, that's a lie. That's not your biological mom. And I said in the original thing, you're raising this child as your biological daughter or son.
Biological parents and parenting are different.
Okay.
A perfect example. My mom adopted my little cousins.
Okay.
My mom has had my smallest cousin Daniel since he was 2.
Right. You call Daniel your brother.
He is my brother. My mom adopted him. That's
right.
my brother.
Right.
But Daniel, like, he knows who his mom is, but he doesn't view his mom as his mom. He views my mom. He calls my mom. That's his mom.
You lost my scenario as soon as you said he knows who his mom is. That's
no,
not
I'm not
what
losing
I'm
the scenario. I'm bringing this point up to say, if I did that, I'm raising this person. I'm raising them as my kid. I'm your parent.
Cool.
You're talking about biological stuff, which if you want to say that's a lie, then cool. I'm talking about as a parent. If I raise you as my kid and my wife raised you as her kid, no matter what they say, no matter what blood say, no matter what biological say, you're my kid.
Cool.
Being a parent is being a parent.
Cool. Correct. What I'm saying to you is, you didn't even tell this person. This person don't know that that's not your real mother. That's what I'm asking about.
If that's a conversation that we feel we need to have at a certain date, then cool. But if it's not, then it's not. Like for me, like I can only speak for what I would do in a situation. I would raise the kid and not tell them. If again, this is only if my sister and my wife wanted this. I don't have a reason for or against either of these things. But if I'm in, I could speak for me. If in that scenario, I'm always the person that would say, when the child is of age, they're a full grown adult, like 18, 20, that's when we'll sit down and have a conversation and explain it. I'm not one of them people that's gonna let you go your whole life and then you, like you said, gotta find out at a funeral. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a conversation when I feel like you're emotionally and mentally mature enough to have this conversation.
Which is what usually happens. That I've known people that usually been in this scenario have happened. I'm saying from the standpoint of me and you now. Obviously, you say you'll do it. I don't think I'll do it. I'm cool with raising this kid. Putting in the same resources, whatever, and I'm cool with parenting this kid. If the kid reveres me as dad, cool. I'm fine with that.
I think why some people also do it is because I'm looking at the inverse, because I've seen it where the aunt or the uncle or whoever takes the kid in and raise them as that. Like, yo, that kid sometimes now feels, no matter how much love or energy or finances or whatever you pour into that kid,
yeah,
that kid still feels isolated and ostracized to a degree, because it's like, I'm watching my quote unquote siblings, who I know ain't my siblings, right? You know that's not your mother. You know that's not your father. You know these ain't your siblings. You feel I'm watching them with their parents while I don't feel like I have parents now. I've seen both. I've seen them where that bond grows so much to where you revere the uncle and the aunt as your parents, and I've also seen the one where it's like that person feels isolated because I feel like I don't have parents. I always feel like an outsider in my own home, in my own family. You know what I'm saying?
So all right, you feel like you don't have parents, but you know that your biological parent is there? Is that what you're saying? Because you're growing up with your aunt and your uncle.
I'm confused about one part of your scenario. If you're doing that, why is the aunt, like, why would that person is still around?
That happens all the time.
Nah, not necessarily. As I see, the person is usually away or for some reason isn't around.
No.
I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is I don't see that.
Right. Well, what I brought up was specifically your sister gave you the baby because she can't do it. She can't raise this child on her own because of whatever scenario we used earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
The sister didn't go anywhere.
That part, then I'm not doing it. That's stupid. That's stupid.
The kid grows up calling your sister auntie, where it's like, that's your mom.
Again, if it's one of those like the kid grows up calling my sister auntie, but my sister lives in another state and they're not seeing them every day or whatever, that's different. If she's actively in the same place as me, not live with me, but what I'm saying is she lives like she's always over here for family events on weekends or whatever. What will be that in that specific scenario? I agree with you that there's no point in lying. That's stupid.
Okay.
I've also never seen it play out like that. Like I said, when my mom did, my aunt was in prison.
No, I've seen that, and that's understandable.
Like, and I've also seen it where, like, in other situations where the person was a drug addict, they was out doing whatever they was doing. They was in rehab. They had to move overseas for a job, whatever. Like, I've personally never seen one where they gave up the kid for somebody else to raise them as their parents, and was still actively there every day.
No, I've seen it. I know somebody that's
like that. That's honest. That's stupid as hell.
And that's why I asked the question, because I know that person personally, and I'm like, why not just tell them? And the response I got was a whole other situation. Like, it was some backstory behind it, and which is why they made the decision they made, and the parent took in, and cool. I was just questioning, like, why not just tell them, since they seeing this person every day anyway.
Yeah,
and it'll bother me for you to call me uncle knowing I'm your dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. From like I said, from that particular perspective, I'm 100% on board with you. I was always talking from the perspective of that the person who gave up the child wasn't around. So that's why I was like, yeah, there's no reason for me to have anything against it because this person's not around.
Right.
There's nothing to cause confusion. That person being around, in my opinion, causes a lot of confusion.
Yeah, I was confused.
And could really make some like that. Now I get why you said trauma and all. Like, I'm like, what? But that can be traumaful because this person I looked at every day I would feel as a child like you didn't give a shit about me. That's weird.
Yeah, that happened to me. Now think about it. My mom left me with my grandparents, and I for years called them my mom and dad. So I got to maybe about 5. And they was like, yeah, that's your dad. And I'm like, I thought it was my uncle. Yeah,
but I think
he was in the house, bro.
I get it. What I'm saying is, you don't even really remember memories before 4, bro.
No, I'm just saying,
they caught you as soon as you got sentience, like real sentience and real person.
They caught me at like 6, bro, when my mom came. Because when my mom came back to Barbados is when they made that real clear distinction then. So if you want to call that like when I get sentience, fine.
I'm just
cool
like
with that.
I think it's a different because there's no conversation to be had with a 1, 2, 3, 4-year-old. 5, even 5, really.
Yeah.
6, when you're developing your sense of self and your identity and all this other stuff. I could understand why it's like, all right, now's the time to have this conversation. Whereas talking to you telling you this at 3 or 4, like for what? Like, what is this? they just saying it at that point. There's no conversation to be had about it.
I guess.
And again, I'm not telling you, like, you can feel about how you feel.
Right, because I'm looking at her like, man, I was in the house with this dude. He was my dad. Why am I calling him? I didn't even call him anything. Now, I'm like, when I think about this, I never called him anything.
So yeah, they didn't lie to you. They just didn't say anything.
That was my uncle.
It sounded like they just didn't correct you.
Yeah, they just let me live. It was only when when it got weird, to your point, when I started, I don't want to say remembering, but when I started coming into my own, and they say, yo, your mom's on the phone, and I look at my grandma like, I thought you was my mom. So they had to start doing that breakdown.
Yeah, at that point, they got to start explaining stuff, because this is...
And then they was like, my grandmom came, and I'm like, hold on. That's... What? Alright. But yeah. And even then, like, at that age, I still ain't really, like, lock it in, but whatever.
Just to wrap this up.
That went deep.
Yeah, it did. We unpacked some trauma, apparently. Actually, I'm gonna switch up my final question because I don't want to get into another deep thing. We've all dated, right? Mm-hmm. We all have history, past history. At what point is someone in your story, in your mind? At what point is someone no longer your ex? Or does that title of ex never expire for you?
Oh, that's a good ass question. No longer my ex. That I guess my answer would be based on how long the relationship ran for. More or less. Or is there any significant, like, Jacob's mom is my ex. That's a clear ex. But to me, I can see people who had one night stands with that may not be your ex. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the child's mother may not be your ex. You just knocked it off one time.
Yeah, but that's the difference. You were in an active relationship
for a long time.
Yeah.
So she's technically, I think the length of the relationship is what makes the distinction for me. Because I had girls that I just was like 6 months, 8 months. They ain't exes. We just...
Yeah, a lot of those people just become like people I used to mess with. Whatever.
Yeah, there ain't no exes. I think length of relationship determines, to me, what
for me. I don't
is.
even think it's the length. I think it's more of the significance of the relationship in my eyes.
That too.
Because I've had people I was with for like a year or two, and I realized, like, looking back at it, I didn't like them the whole relationship.
Well, we spoke about that a couple episodes ago. I was like, I seen you be not yourself in a relationship with a girl for a whole year.
So I wouldn't even view that person as an ex, because I don't even think she met the real me. Yeah, the whole time. So it's like,
I think she met the real you like the last 2 days
when I started flipping. Yeah. But like I don't know. I think for me it's more like the significance of the relationship.
But see, that's weird, because for me the significance and time of relationship go hand in hand for me.
Wow, for me it don't. Like, yeah, I've had very short relationships that I care deeply for, and then I've had long relationships that I couldn't care less about.
Yeah, like the length of those relationships and the significance tie into each other a lot for me. Because I've had relationships where, like you said, I've had short relationships where in that moment I was so emotionally involved, so it became significant, or so I thought. But then it's like, looking back at it, that was just a phase.
Yeah, I think for me, like I said, it's just the emotional.
Like right now, you 35, right?
Right.
How many exes you had, realistically?
Like, realistically? I want to say like 6.
Versus how many women you mess with?
A lot. More
exactly.
than 6.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could count on one hand how many exes I had.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's for me, like, perfect example. Because here's one of the people that you probably think I count in the 6 that I don't. The person that you brought up the other day that you saw on Instagram, and I was just like, I genuinely don't give a shit. Like, I don't count her as an ex.
Can you say a letter? God, I don't remember. Is it important enough to say a letter right now?
No.
All right, cool. but I know them.
We spoke about them twice recently because you see them on Instagram, and I keep saying I don't because I don't follow them.
I don't remember.
But my point is, I don't count that person as an ex.
I don't think you did either.
Because I genuinely don't give a shit about that person.
I don't think you did either. Like, I don't remember who it is, but I remember us having a conversation about. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. All right, yeah. You see, but I don't think that's an ex either.
Oh, see, I thought you would count her as one of my
I don't
exes.
think that's your ex.
Like,
bro, I said to you in that same conference, the last time we spoke about it, I said, nigga, what was we even doing? We knew the reverence for that person died down significantly as time went on.
Yeah.
Like, even like before y'all got together for real.
Yeah.
Before y'all got together for real, her reverence, not respect, but the reverence that we had for her, or
for you, for me, remember a lot of the information you were privy to, I didn't know.
My point. So I lost. She was. You know who I count as your exes. You know who I count as your exes.
Yeah.
The top 3.
Yeah.
Like, I count the other 3 that you got in your ex files. I don't know who they are, but I probably do. But like, I know who your exes is. As your friend that's been around for a certain amount of time, I know who your exes are, or the ones that I revere as your exes.
Yeah. Yeah, but that person,
whoever you throw in there, cool. She was never one of them.
Yeah, she
was just a phase. She was a phase that opened up a real ex.
Yes, because that yes, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that definitely, mind you, that was a year and a half, 2 year phase.
Again, though, like, she wasn't the one. She not the one where I say the real you. Like, she ain't know the real you, because she knew the real you and just decided to just ignore
all of the everything about me.
Like, but whatever. The ex that that relationship led to, now that's a real ex.
The ex that relationship messed up.
That one, she might be in your top 3 of exes.
Not top 3, but she's in there.
That's my, like, if I go, like, if anybody go, yo, that's his ex, I'm like, I know where to put. Like, I got my own hierarchy of your exes.
Oh yeah.
She in your top 3. The shit she put you through, I've seen you go through emotionally. She in your top 3, nigga. Oh man.
Like, perfect. All right. And I know this is not good for the listeners, but this is a coded question.
Okay.
Do you count those sisters as part of the exes?
No.
Me either.
No.
Me either.
I hate them.
Me too.
I hate them. They not exes, but those are why I go into significant.
Those
significant.
Ones, those are rare. They were significant, but I don't count them as exes. But they were definitely significant.
They significant. I won't count them as an ex. Significant though. Another situation. Mine's opened up a real ex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yours opened up trauma. So there's a difference between an ex and a phase, for real.
Yeah, that was a phase. Oh my god.
And those things last. Like, phases really do last a long time.
Yeah, sometimes seasons be a lot longer than they're supposed to be.
Like, you know, and I'm grateful for those experiences.
Nah,
they led me to where I was at.
I mean, trying to sound positive. I'm not grateful for that at all.
That's grateful.
I
bro.
wish God never did that to me. I'm not grateful for that at all. I learned a lot.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say
I'm grateful
I
for
didn't.
the lessons.
Nah, some lessons I don't think I needed to learn. Then, like, nah,
that's your thing. I don't want to go through that at all.
That's wild. But that sounds like another one, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all already know the vibes, guys. Let us know what y'all think. Let us know what y'all let us know how y'all feel about the episode. Let us know if y'all got any questions. Let us know about y'all exes. Let us know what's going on. You already know the vibe. SHTT Pod on Instagram. So here's the SHTT Pod on Facebook and Twitter. So here's the thing.pod on Instagram. And if the social media thing ain't your thing, so here's the thing at yahoo.com. Reach out.
So here's the thing on TikTok as well.
So here's the thing on TikTok.
And if the social media isn't your thing and you want to just check us on YouTube, the video is up there. Shout out to my boy Frank for providing that to us. But you can reach us. I mean, not reach, but you can listen to us anywhere podcasts are, audio wise. iHeart, Apple, Spotify, whatever you want, we there. Y'all know my slogies, ladies. Always ask the what are we question right after you have sex. You're gonna get the right answer every time. Fellas, just in case she look happy on the gram, you know what I'm saying? Just slide in her DMs anyway to make sure she's okay. Alright? Stizzy.
2, we out of here. Peace.